Hello everyone, and welcome to another Genshin lore video. Today, I'll be talking about Natlan's Mare Jivari, and a legendary figure known as the Lavawalker. This lore is given to us through the Lavawalker artifact set, as well as a few other sources. Also, this video does contain spoilers for the quests listed on screen now, so if you haven't done those, you have been warned. Anyways, let's move right on and get into the video. Within the fiery lands of Natlan, you can find a legendary place known as the Mare Jivari. It is a sea of ashes where the wind does not blow, and it is known to be quite a dangerous place even to skilled adventurers. A sea of scorching lava can also be found here, but not much else. The exact cause of its formation is currently unclear, but we do know some of the circumstances. The talking stick weapon tells us about the warrior hero Tanakh, and how he witnessed a black tide come over the horizon. Upon seeing this impending disaster, he set off and traveled the wastes of Natlan. He would soon recruit 6 warriors, one from each of Natlan's 6 tribes. If you want to know more about who these warriors were, I recommend my recent Tales of Teyvat video, as I go more in depth with Talking Stick's lore there. Anyways, the warriors went together to fight against the incoming threat, and it is implied that they died in battle. Somehow, this battle led to the creation of the Mare Jivari. One of the warriors had actually foreseen this, but we aren't really given details as to how the Ashen Sea formed. As for the threat to Natlan, we don't know what that was either. At first, you may think it was the Cataclysm, but that's not the case. After all, the Wanderer's Troop once visited the Mare Jivari, and they lived during the era of Mondstadt's aristocracy over 1,000 years ago. Since the Cataclysm took place 500 years ago, this disaster could not be the Cataclysm. In my opinion, I think the area could have been formed by the fall of a god. This could have been a previous Pyro Archon or even another god associated with Pyro. When a god dies, their power and energy can still linger in the area. Perhaps the death of this god burned the surrounding area to cinders, creating the Ashen Plains. I do want to go into more detail with those ideas, but that's for another time. For now, I want to talk about what we know about the Mare Jivari and those who have traveled through it. After its formation, it didn't take long for the Ashen Plains to become a place where few dared to visit. Even seasoned adventurers could find themselves struggling in an unforgiving place such as this. However, there was one person who decided to challenge the flames, an enigmatic sage simply known as the Lavawalker. Besides his lack of fear relating to the Mare Jivari, not much else is known about him. The lore I'm about to go over only chronicles his journeys within the Mare Jivari, as that's all we have on him. Long ago, the Lavawalker crafted a circlet from crimson agate gems that was able to resist the intense heat of the Mare Jivari's flames. While it was an amazing piece of craftsmanship, it soon sparked fear and jealousy amongst those who knew him. In these times, many considered it blasphemous to challenge the flames of the Mare Jivari. Quick side note here, the concept of blasphemy here makes me once again think that this place is tied to a previous Pyro Archon. Challenging her flames could have been seen as disrespecting her legacy. Either way, these critics believe that the Flaming Sea would easily devour the Lavawalker and blow his ashes into the void. Even his teacher was against him here, and he demanded that the Lavawalker step out into the Flaming Sea wearing the circlet. To his surprise, the Lavawalker calmly and casually strolled onto the lava before disappearing over the horizon. After this, many legends would begin to bloom about the mysterious Lavawalker. Now, the Lavawalker spent a long time within the Mare Jivari, with the artifact set claiming that he spent 100 years living as a hermit after traveling across the Ashen Plains. As for how he kept track of time all the way out here, he soon crafted an hourglass that contained burning sand. He needed to craft this hourglass to mark the passing of time, as he had no one else to pass that time with. That feeling of loneliness was said to have burned away at his soul more than the flames ever could. While out in the Ashen Sea alone, it is also said that the Lavawalker carried a certain goblet with him. Legend has it that the goblet once contained lava, and that the Lavawalker would drink the lava from the goblet as if it were a glass of fine wine. Now, these next legends make it seem like the Lavawalker is more of a spirit who wanders the plains. Within the plains, there is a flower that blooms brightly in the burning flames. In his final days, the Lavawalker said that the glowing embers of the flower would shine until the fires turned him to ashes. Many people would follow the light of these flowers and eventually found them blooming, but there was no sign of the Lavawalker. Besides the Lavawalker, legends say that a phoenix lives in the Mare Jivari. This great bird is worshipped by humans, and at some point, the Lavawalker obtained a feather from it. Since his disappearance, cries can often be heard coming from the Mare Jivari, but no one knows if they're the song of the bird or the size of the Lavawalker. Eventually, it's said that the Sea of Flames finally burned him to ash, ending the legend of the Lavawalker. However, his spirit may still roam the Ashen Wastes, but why he would linger after death is unknown. I think it would be cool if we got a World Quest series focusing on the Mare Jivari and the Lavawalker once we get to Natlan. We may get to meet the spirit of the Lavawalker and potentially help him heal the charred landscape. With the Lavawalker's lore covered, let's move back to the present day. In modern times, the Mare Jivari is about the same as it was during the Lavawalker's time. After all, within empty plains of ash and lava, not much can change. Still, this hasn't stopped some daring adventurers from making a journey to the Ashen Plains. Several years before the start of the game, two adventurers who hailed from Mondstadt traveled to the Mare Jivari. One of these two was the famous adventurer Stanley, while the other was a novice adventurer by the name of Hans Archibald. During this trip, Stanley perished while saving Hans from an evil beast. Hans felt awful for this, so he took up the name of Stanley and continued to tell his stories to keep his legacy alive. To this day, it is believed by the public that Stanley was the one who survived while Hans passed away. Eventually though, during Venti's first story quest, Hans was freed from his emotional burden. Venti would use his power as the Animo Archon to recover Stanley's soul from the Mare Jivari, and finally allow him to pass on. After this, Hans has continued to masquerade as Stanley to keep his friend's legacy alive, but he has become much more relaxed. Now, this story does mention an evil beast within the Mare Jivari. Perhaps this beast is a remnant of the battle that initially created the Mare Jivari, and could be an abyssal creature of some sort. After all, the Mare Jivari is incredibly dangerous, and that danger likely extends beyond just being an ashen sea. Having abyssal creatures in this area would definitely make it live up to its reputation. These creatures could even be unique to the Mare Jivari, similar to how Breacher Primuses are only found on Elenus. They would have been born from the same event that formed the area, perhaps by a combination of abyssal power and the lingering energy of a god. Of course, I want to go more into the speculation, but that's for a future video. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the lore of the Lavawalker artifact set. Going through this lore got me very excited for Natlan, and I can't wait to see what comes next. I'm planning on releasing the first video of the Natlan speculation miniseries next week, so look out for that. In the meantime, I recommend my videos on Tales of Teyvat, Wanderer's Troop, the Pyro Archons, and Natlan speculations. With that said, I would love to hear what other bits of lore you'd like me to cover in the comments below as well. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Sources and further readings are also in the description if you want to check them out. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you all in the next video.